Hello everyone and welcome to day 8 of our marine cargo insurance course. Today we are moving into a really practical and crucial area. This is marine cargo claims. Especially we'll talk about the very first things we need to do when you discover that your cargo has been lost or damaged. Acting quickly and correctly at the stage we can make all the difference to your claim. By the end of this session you will know exactly what immediate steps to take, who to tell, and how to protect your rights for potential recovery. So let's start with the absolute golden rule when it comes to marine cargo claims, that is, act immediately. Time is critical. In these situations, every minute really does count. The faster you act, the better your chances of a smooth claim process. Delays can jeopardize your claim. If you wait too long to report damage or take action, it can become much harder to gather evidence, prove exactly what happened, or even lead to your claim being completely denied by the insurance company. Any delay in reporting or action can be seen as a failure to mitigate loss. This is an important point. Insurance policies expect you to take reasonable steps to prevent further damage. If you delay, the insurer might argue that you didn't do enough to minimize the loss, which could affect your payout. So the very first step is immediate notification of the loss or the damage, and you need to tell the carrier right away. This is crucial. You must notify the shipping line, airline, or the trucking company in writing as soon as you discover any loss or damage. This written notification is vital proof. Even more important, note exceptions on the delivery receipt or bill of lading. When you receive your goods, if you see any sign or damage, or if something is missing, write it down directly on the delivery receipt before you sign it. Use clear words like damaged, shortage, or wet. Don't just sign it clean. If the damage is concealed, meaning you can't see it until you open the package, you still need to notify the carrier within their specific time frame. This is usually very short, often just 3 to 7 days for sea cargo and 7 to 14 days for the air cargo. Why is this so important? Because doing so preserves your right to claim against the carrier. If you don't notify them promptly and in writing, they might argue that the damage didn't happen while the goods were in their care. This also helps your insurance company later as it protects their right to pursue the carrier for recovery, which is called subrogation. In addition to telling the carrier, you also need to immediately notify your insurance company or the broker. Contact them as soon as possible. Don't wait. When you call or email, provide them with the initial important details: your policy number, what kind of loss or damage occurred, and date it happened, the location, and your best estimate of how extensive the damage is. You don't need all the details yet, just the basics. Then will then they will then guide you on the next steps. This often includes advising you on appointing a marine surveyor, which we discussed yesterday, or telling you who they will appoint. The second crucial step is documenting the loss or the damage. This is about gathering evidences, and it's incredibly important for your claim. Photographs and videos, take lots of clear dated photographs and videos. Show the damaged cargo itself, both inside and outside its packaging. Also photograph the damaged packaging, the boxes, crates, or containers. This can often tell a story. If you can, take pictures of the storage conditions, meaning how the cargo was arranged inside the container or on the vessel. Capture any serial numbers or markings on the goods or packages. And if the damage happened at a specific place, like a port or warehouse, try to get photos of scene of the incident. The written records, in addition to the photos, keep detailed written notes. Write down the exact date and time you discovered the damages, the specific nature of the damage or the shortage, the names of any witnesses, and any immediate actions you take you took to deal with the problem. This creates a clear timeline and record. The third step is to minimizing the further losses. This is actually a duty of the insured, meaning it's your responsibility. You must take all reasonable steps to prevent further damage to your cargo once you discover a problem. Don't just leave it to get worse. For example, if goods are wet, repackage them or move them to a dry area. If a box is broken, try to separate damaged goods from undamaged ones, or if something is loose, secure it to prevent more movement. This is a fundamental duty under marine insurance principles. The idea is that you should act as if you didn't have the insurance, taking every reasonable step to protect your own goods for further harm. This shows that you're being reasonable, responsible, and helps limit the overall loss. The fourth and the final initial step is about preventing your rights against third parties. This is about protecting your abilities and your insurer's ability to recover losses from whosoever was responsible. First, send a formal claim letter to the carrier or any other party you believe is responsible, like a port authority. This is more detailed formal claim than your initial notification, and it must be sent within their specific time limits. Second, always follow your insurer's advice regarding surveyor appointment. The surveyor report is crucial evidence for any future recovery efforts against a third party. And this is perhaps the most critical point: do not release the carrier from liability. This means you must avoid signing any documents that say you don't hold the carrier responsible, or that you're releasing them for any claims without getting your insurance company's consent first. If you sign such a document, you could prevent your insurer from recovering their costs later. This might then deny your claim or reduce your payout. So be very careful what you sign. So that concludes our session on the initial steps and notifications for the marine cargo claims. I hope this gives you a clear, actionable plan. Now, I have a question for you. We talked about noting exceptions on the delivery receipt. Why do you think it is so crucial to do this, even if the damage seems minor at the first glance? What's the biggest risk if you don't? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much.